Calves. Oh my gosh, I am freaking ready. It is a Saturday and we are training. First Saturday in a long time that we are training. So, plan for today, good old-fashioned push day, and this is my second push day of the week. So, everything is in order. It is not like the leg day from yesterday. And what I mean by that is chest, shoulders, triceps are not sore in the least bit. So I am freaking ready for this, and kind of feels good to have only one rest day at a time. You know, not 2 rest days consecutively, but one rest day in the middle of the week on Wednesday, and one rest day right before the start of the week on Sunday. So today, the goal is to make sure that we're pushing as much weight as possible. Now, everything's gonna be 7 sets, 7 reps. So that being said, I'm planning on having my first 3 sets as kind of like warm-ups. You know, we'll just kind of breeze through them. We'll just get the muscles warm, and then come those last 4 sets, that's when we're gonna really push some heavy weight and see what we're made of. I mean, even though we got the carbs pulled back this week, I mean, this is the last day of this diet, you know, having the carbs pulled back. We're still gonna try to push some weight. I mean, that's the essence of maintaining strength under no matter what the circumstances are. We're gonna try to push as much weight as possible. Obviously, there will be the limitations. You know, you'll have a lower body weight. You know, there will be tons of factors involved. If you didn't get enough sleep last night, if you didn't have as many meals before a training session, you know, the list goes on. So obviously there are those limitations, but I'd say a lot of the time, a big limitation is just believing that you can push it. Now, everything is, you know, kind of comes down to a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you know you can do it, you can probably do it. I mean, obviously there are those physical limitations, you know, like I said earlier, not enough sleep, not enough meals before a workout, well, whatever it may be. I mean, obviously those matter, but at the same time, your mentality is a huge factor as well. So, something that I thought was interesting about the meditations that I've been doing recently is, you know, I hit up my old friend ChatGPT and I asked how to live happy and intelligent. And the answer that it spat back at me essentially was, don't aim for happiness and intelligence. Aim for being grounded, open, and resilient. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because that's the whole essence of meditation to me. It's not aiming for being a certain way, you know, to be happy, to be intelligent, to be whatever you want to be, because that in and of itself is a craving. Now, what I am aiming for in meditations in general is to create space. You know, just make sure that you're creating as much space as possible, so that everything that is natural to you as an individual will flow naturally. And I believe, you know, since we're already living life, it just makes sense that you'd want to live life in the best way possible. And the emotion that accompanies that is happiness. So by that logic, as long as you create the space for yourself to be, you know, creative and whatever else you want to be, you're probably going to flow really well with whatever's natural to you. So when a great way to create space in general is to basically be open to whatever and to simplify whatever you're doing in the meditation. So I used to do this kind of meditation where it was I called it like an awareness meditation. And if you want to check out more on how to do it, read up, the last part of Anthony DeMello's book called Awareness. And in that book, he points out a technique that is really good just for creating more awareness. But in that book, I think he falls short of something, where he falls short of creating too much thought, where, I see his point in that he wants to frame every thought with, this certain technique so that you can create more space, but all you're doing is just creating more thought by doing that. So Transcendental Meditation, the one that I've been practicing for a while, the difference with that is you're using a nonsense mantra. So a mantra that doesn't use a word that is significant to any culture. I mean, it's literally nonsensical for a reason. It's supposed to take you out of thought. And thought is rooted in whatever language that you learned. So if you learned, Chinese growing up, if you had a Chinese word as a mantra, then it's going to remind you of the culture itself, the Chinese culture itself. So if you have something that's outside of those cultural norms, it's not going to remind you of anything, and it's going to take you past thought itself. So keep it simple. Have, a very simple, nonsensical mantra for the inhale and a very simple, nonsensical mantra for the exhale, and you'll be as good as gold. I mean, you'll be creating a lot of space for you to live the life that is natural to you. So that's all I got to say about that. But we are here. We're going to freaking crush this push day. So let's get in there. We are on our 7th and final set. We're supersetting. We got face pulls, rope tricep pushdowns, dumbbell press, and last but not least, calf raise. So kind of like to, since I have calves every day now, or every training day, it's kind of nice to break it up with the superset. But as for everything else, I do like this order because it gives me a chance to warm up my upper back, warm up my triceps, my elbows, shoulders with the tricep pushdown and the face pulls. It gives me time to warm those up for good old-fashioned flat dumbbell press. So without further ado, we got a little bit of Block of Solo playing. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's I have a feeling he's coming up pretty soon. Still pretty underground. Come on. All right. I don't know if it's a refeed meal from last night, but these are feeling especially light today. We haven't even touched these weights though, so we'll see how this one goes. Fairly easy. Not too easy though. It's just man, calves should never be neglected, especially the intensity of the workout. Just like any other muscle group. We have reached the final set of these wonderful sets that are meant not to crush the skull, but you know, a little more along the lines of tricep full activation. So that being said, I do particularly like doing barbell over dumbbells just for the fact that it shortens the range of motion just a little bit. And when you're in a full-on push phase, you're doing chest, shoulders, triceps, you want to make sure that you're not getting too much activation around the elbow area, because then, you know, I kind of felt it on Monday. I was doing full stretch dumbbell skull crushers, and it was exacerbating my elbows a little more than I would have liked. So that being said, it's nice to shorten the range of motion. Just, you know, keep it to where it's absolutely necessary. Just go freaking ham. But without further ado, let's go freaking nuts. Last set, incline cable fly. Man, I haven't done these, I want to say in years. I've just been doing regular standing cable fly or decline fly or incline dumbbell fly. But man, an incline cable fly, it's been a while. But I've particularly been enjoying doing this free motion style because, you know, you kind of take up a lot of room if you're in the middle of a full-on, you know, cable circuit. But doing it this way, kind of have your own little space and you can just go friggin' nuts. So let's do just that. Set of calf raises, we're doing a little bit of tibialis raises just to kind of offset the movement and give it a little bit of a fuller look. So I've been enjoying these because, man, you can pretty much make them any way you want. You know, you can turn your toes in, toes out, but at the end of the day, a lot of it's about the stretch because, you know, walking or doing anything throughout the day, you're constantly keeping it in that contracted position. So with this, kind of gives it a break and, you know, you can strengthen it and give it a little more flexibility. So let's, as always, go friggin' nuts. Oh man, can't wait for what's next. All right, the pièce de résistance, yet again. These are freaking gnarly. Brought to you by Lower Fitness, Pyramid of Tears. 55 reps total, and you're doing a neutral grip press and then transitioning to a regular press. And you're going, you'll see in a second, but you're going 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. And you're doing 1 here, 2 here, 2 here. Man, it doesn't seem like much from 1 to 5, but once you get to 6 and 7, it's at least in my experience, it's pretty humbling. So let's get it. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 6, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. The end of an extremely successful push day. It was a little more, dare I say it, of a push than last Monday, because I feel like I got a little more activation out of everything, and I'm not sure if that's because of the giant refeed meal last night, or if it was, just the fact that I kind of got into the groove of it a little more. It was different sets, different reps, but I kind of had a chance with the higher sets to warm up a little more, and so, that could have contributed to the strength as well. But sleep has been on point lately. Fell asleep at freaking 7:30 the other night, and that's unheard of. I can't remember the last time I did that, but woke up super energized, and it told me a lot about, the greatest nootropic, the greatest hormone producer in general is sleep. I mean, really nothing beats it. So just a note to me for the future to prioritize it. All right. Let's see how we're looking. All right, it's a freaking wrap for today. We gotta drive down San Jose right now. We're gonna go visit my family, my partner's friends, and then just have a great time. I think we're going to the beach too, and it's gonna be nice because I think here it's gonna be like in the 110s this weekend as far as temperature, so kind of dodge that a little bit, and then I don't know, just have a good time with everyone. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. Love y'all. I will see you Monday for another push day 2 days from now, so that'll be fun. But peace, y'all.